So recently a video blew up of YouTuber slash engineer Alan Pan building 4 robotic legs for a snake so it can walk. His video goes on to show him on a mission to undo millions of years of evolution to give snakes their legs back. Here's the deal, in this video we're going to tackle the question of the century. The Bible mentions God cursing snakes to never have legs. Science says otherwise. Is the Bible correct? We'll go over newly discovered fossils proving that snakes once had legs and much more. My name is Pierre and you're watching Pierre Explains Everything. I clearly suck at grammar because I couldn't even get the title of this video right. Apparently it's how snakes lost their legs. Anyways, you probably didn't even know that once upon a time, snakes had legs. And don't worry, because I didn't either, but that's why we're here, because we're curious human beings that are open to learning about new things. Sit back, relax, as I go over the history of all of this. So the history of snakes is like really complicated, as it combines both religion and science, so I'll do my best to dig into both of these topics without offending anyone. Wink wink. The symbol of a serpent or snake played very important roles in the religious traditions and the cultural lives of ancient Greece, Egypt, Mesopotamia, Mesopotamia, and Canaan. I feel like I said the last two wrong, but anyways, the serpent was a symbol of evil and chaos from the underworld, as well as a symbol of fertility, life, healing, and rebirth. In the Bible, perhaps one of the most asked and most debated topics is the serpent's original appearance. Even the question of legs on the serpent is one with varying speculation. So let's jump to today's story time, shall we? The biblical story of the forbidden fruit, which discusses how the snake persuaded Mrs. Eve to taste this fruit, and how she and Adam, who also ate from it, were banned from the Garden of Eden by God himself. It's probably one of the most well-known narratives slash stories slash maybe truths in the history of humankind. So here's how things went down. This is the Bible speaking. Then the serpent said to the woman, "You will not surely die, for God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." And of course the lady was like, "Ooh, I want to be a greedy human and be a god slash goddess." So she touched the tree and ate the fruit. And the Lord God said to the woman, this is the Bible speaking again, "What is this you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate it." So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all cattle, and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity," I don't even know what that means, "between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." Let's take a short pause to make it more dramatic. I spoke to my Christian friends, and this is what they told me. It's important to understand that snakes are adorable, innocent reptiles. Well, I guess that description is debatable to many, but the point is that they weren't cursed by God for being bad creatures. However, the serpent slash snake in this case in the Bible represents the devil. So no hate towards the snake. My Christian friend said that God created snakes, so he has no reason to hate them. But the point is that they weren't cursed by God for being bad creatures. They were just a representation of the devil himself, Lucifer. According to the New York Times, the fossils that were found proved that snakes lost their front legs millions of years before losing their back legs. And even until today, you can find some bone structure in the backside of boas and pythons. But the really big question here is, why did snakes lose their limbs in the first place? So 2 different teams of scientists went on a mission to find that out, and thankfully they both came to the same conclusion, which proves that it's very accurate. And it's because through the development of a snake there's a gene that is responsible for limb development, and somehow, somewhere, that limb just turns off right away early on, and therefore that is the reason why today snakes no longer have front or back legs. And so the really big question here is, why did snakes lose their limbs in the first place? And when two different teams of scientists went on a mission to find that out, they both came to the same similar conclusion, which is that early on in a snake's life, there is a gene that is responsible for limb development that turns on for a really quick second and then turns off. And therefore, as the snake grows and matures, there is no gene in their DNA to develop limbs. And with that, today's story comes to an end. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this video with a friend. Also, I recently made a video on my channel about the expensive logistics of how presidents use the restroom and how they poop. So you'll be able to see it at the end of this video, and you can click it to watch it. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.